introduction, kind of a great introduction of myself. So why I'm sharing this is because what I do in the Boys Brigade in ITE College Central, as well as Heritage Academy, is this. I don't know whether this is a common concept, but one thing I value as as one who is serving the company is witnessing my own boys and my own primers who have their parents come and support the program as well. So one of the few notable stuff is that my mom has also joined the Boys Brigade, so she's standing at the back. And I thought the value of having parents to come in to serve alongside with your sons is something that is unique and something that is interesting. So this is a question to parents. Boys, you all are silence, okay? Parents, okay, just direct ask question to you guys. Do you guys enjoy spending time with your own sons?
Yes.
Yes, right. So do you? No? Is that you want to say no? Yeah. And parents, do you all enjoy the time that you guys spend with your sons? The fun things that you all do together? Yeah? So do you all Mic test. Okay, do you all also wish to have more time with your sons? There was a very awkward nod from some parents. Yeah, so I believe most parents would actually enjoy spending time with your own sons. You also want to spend more time with them. Of course, at the current age, some of them will look at you, please say no, that kind of thing. But deep down in their hearts, they do enjoy spending time with you. So I'm going to do, so if I continue yapping, I think everyone is going to start falling asleep, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to welcome a few parents that have been serving alongside with us here in United Koi, as well as my mom, to share their experience serving alongside with their sons and how it has been like. So without further ado, can I invite the parents that you know you're supposed to be here? So I can invite you guys on stage and then just take a seat right here. So everyone, can you give them your warmest welcome? Ooh, all right. I'll take the center seat, sure. Okay. So this is how we are going to do this. So I felt that instead of me yapping, why not let's have a dialogue with our fathers and moms here, as well as together with you guys. So know that parents and boys, you are part of this discussion. You are part of this interaction. So what I will do is I will ask a few questions to the parents here, and I will give some time to you guys to shoot any questions that you might have to ask any one of them. Alright, so this is a very open discussion, so feel free to ask anything. So boys included, if you all want to ask anything about how it's been like serving with you guys, then feel free to raise your hand and ask the question as well. Cool? Everyone's good with that? Alright, so maybe before we start, can I get you guys to introduce yourself? So we'll get my mom first and then we'll go down this way.
Okay, hi, I'm Joy.
Okay, hi, I'm Joy. I am, his mom. I just joined. Actually, I started in 2023 and been the officers only last year. Yeah.
I'm Sean. I'm Wenla's father. I was helping out with the BB Blaze training.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kelvin. I'm Samuel's father. Just started also with Mr. Sean. Blaze training like November, December last year.
Good. Okay, so that was a good feedback. Okay, so right now, maybe what I would like to ask you guys is your experience before joining the brigade. Your experience before joining the brigade. So maybe share a little bit, before you joined the Boys Brigade, what was your impression? How do you thought the Boys Brigade was like? Because sometimes I think you will realize your sons are not at home. They will tell you, Dad, Mom, I'm in Boys Brigade. I won't be free, I will come home from dinner. Then you're like, oh no, how is that going to go? So maybe you can share how it was your perspectives like?
Okay, so before I joined I was helping out the BB Blaze training. So I was very impressed because last year I heard that they were doing like 20 over kilometers of like expedition. And for me, the first time I did that was when I was in army. It's like really like secondary school go 20 kilometers, super impressed. So when I volunteered to join, I was thinking, wow, they must be very fit. So, sorry. Then I remember the first session, we run 2.4. Then I got a bit of a culture shock, like, wow, they can go very far, but maybe not very fast. So it's like, they're 2.4, wow, really very, very, like I remember my last time when I'm in army, the sergeant would say, my grandmother can run faster than you. I really feel that my grandmother can run faster than them, some of them. But the very inspiring thing is, I think over the few months, they really become a lot stronger, and now they can run 7K, like 10K. Wow, it's very inspiring. Yeah. So they have a lot of character.
Well, I really find it difficult to volunteer very much for the BB also, but when the opportunity came was in like November and December, that was my free time. So I thought, okay, since my son is totally embroiled in BB, I think must do something to meet this opportunity lah. Truth be told, little bit of sharing. This starts with secondary 1 posting. So when results came out, Samuel's results were okay. Of course, my son must go back to my alma mater lah. But cannot it's just very, very crowded in that school lah. So if it's not at alma mater, maybe at another school. Then I pray. Can it be a school that has good Christian values lah? So I just checked around, and so coincidentally, E Ing has a BB coin. So I'm like, wow, if any school must join E Ing and must be in Boys Brigade. But truth be told, that year, Low Can You did very well. 2021, Low Can You became world champion. So the very next year, 2022, when our sons were inside, wow, badminton, a lot of people wanted to join badminton. So yeah, my son, of course, I let him join whatever he wants lah. I mean, supporting parents, right? So he chose badminton lah. Yeah, I said, pray. Don't get in. Nah, my son doesn't know this story. Pray.
But now he knows.
So if God answers my prayer and he's eating and he's in BB, right, I gotta meet God halfway and commit to this agreement lah. So this one, I think, when windows open, November, December, I'm free. Okay, let's do this Blaze training together. My son at that time not very outdoorsy, whereas the father is to give me backwoodsman. I will cook a nice outdoor cooking thing for you. Give me a kayak, I will paddle around Singapore for you. And you want ring, swim, bike, run, no problem. But the son is very different. So never mind, let's see what happens. So when Blaze came and I said, wow, you want to take part in the 4th time? I said, wow, very good. Okay lah, I meet you halfway or so. So Blaze training did match my wanting to actually be a present and supportive father, and him trying to, end his stint with BB well. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything much about BB. Alright, to me it's just another CCA. I only attended his enrollment services like in Set 1 and Set 3. Yeah, and also the President Award at the Istana. That's all I know. Nothing. I knew nothing. Yeah. And I only know he's super involved. I really don't see him. Even after Set 4, then when I asked him, you are in poly, why do you have like CCA on Saturday? Where are you going? Is it true? Really? Then he would always tell me, we're going to eat in. I said, for what? Yeah, but he said, no, I'm still in the BB. I said, huh? To me, it's like, I thought BB was end at Set 4, full stop. But it didn't. He actually progressed on. Yeah, so that was like, okay, alright, okay, since anyway I don't see bad things happening to him. Instead, a lot of improvements, a lot of like leadership and all, it's like, oh wow, only when he goes, he started secondary school, then I see all his potential, oh wow. Then, so I was like, okay, just go. But I don't see him at home. When I wake up, not at home. Before I sleep, not home yet. Yeah. So then, yeah, once, in 2023, I was quite, something that happened, and I was in the hospital. His friends and the captains and other officers actually visited me in the hospital. Then they started sharing and casually asked me, why not you just come since you do not know, right? Like, at this age, still go to Boys Brigade? Why don't you just come and take a look? That's okay, then I just go. I just, join him. But of course, when I went, I was like a bit worried. Okay, will he get like, Mom, can you please step out from my comfort zone? Can I be like myself? Yeah, I don't want to be your boy, even outside. Yeah, so then, when I was there, so in front of other captains, officers, his friend, of course with him around, I just told everybody, okay, I'm the volunteer here. I'm just a volunteer. Alright? He is my boss because he's the captain there. Yeah, so he's my boss, I will listen to him. Yeah, so then, yeah, so that's how we started. And of course, how I progressed. Actually, within the short period of time, he actually, encouraged me to take up the course. Yeah, there are 2 different courses to be the officer. So yeah, my boss asked me to go, I went, I just went. Then I went for the course and got the officer, and I felt really fantastic, after you have went through the courses, he encouraged me because I 胆小啊要跳楼不是跳楼。And one of the obstacles is I need to jump down the zip line. Sweat. I cried. But he has been encouraging me, and I did it. And during the officer enrollment ceremony, he changed my badge. From the junior to the second one. I felt quite cool and proud and like, okay, fantastic feeling.
It is very interesting to hear what my mom thoughts about me, Yeah, one thing I realized, so I would like to say that I am not exactly very well versed in Mandarin. So I'm aware that some parents here, your preferred language is Mandarin. So I will actually get your sons to help me to translate to you if they are sitting beside you. So I'll just do the translation, and this is the only translation I'll do for tonight because my Chinese is really very bad. So 家长们我需要跟你们讲，对不起，我忘记了，就是刚才忘记跟你们翻译。So 我的华文不是说很好呢，就是有一点 private limited 的那种华文。So 我就是要很洪水的华文，所以我会邀请你的儿子，就是帮我翻译给你啦，所以你会了解我们在说些什么东西，好吗？可以吗 ？Alright, so yes, that is the only Chinese that I will do for tonight. Okay, so hearing what motivated you guys joining, I think the other thing is to then to also get to know after you guys join, how has it been like for you? What is something that what was the wow factor for you when you guys joined and serve in like for both of you guys are helping in place. What was the wow factor, the wow experience that you had?
Wow factor.
Yeah.
I think it is very fun to really come back to school because for me, I graduated from school many years ago. Then when you become a volunteer or help out, then you get back to go back to school and you can sort of like know what your children is doing in school also, and you can see them in the school environment. Because I think children in school, your child at school and at home, sometimes they are very different people. So you get to see both sides. It's quite interesting. Then I think one wow factor for myself is when I had the chance to interact not just with my child, but also the boys around. Actually, I get very inspired. It reminds me of when I was at a point in time. Last time in secondary school, if my parents come to school, usually is big case, which my parents will come a few times where my result very bad. Usually the parents come to school is a bad thing. So whenever I see my parents in school, it's a kind of factor. But now when I speak to the kids nowadays, the mindset is very different. So I feel that I learn a lot from them also. The way they think, the way they operate. Sometimes I will feel like maybe I don't agree with this, agree with that, but can converse with them and also learn quite a number of things. So it makes me feel like it also allows me to feel a bit younger and catch up a bit of times also. So this the wow thing for myself. Yeah.
I think if I look back into my own secondary school life, the more memorable moments are not the studying time. It's not even interacting with friends so much. It's actually the CCA that we actually engaged in with schoolmates. Yeah, so that one really formed a brotherhood. And up to now, maybe 30 years, 40 years later, my brotherhood of my own CCA, last time we called ECA, right? Yeah, still hanging out together. This year we celebrate our 50 years old together. So yeah, that brotherhood stays throughout. So I hope that the boys also understand that this is not just a temporary 4-year thing. I think if you guys really push this, you guys build bonds that last a very long time. So I'm hopeful that when we see our boys interacting with each other, we get very encouraged as well. For me to see them attending the park run is to see them actually pushing themselves quite a fair bit. Truth be told, to get a son to come out on Saturday mornings at 7 o'clock is very, very tough. So it's almost a miracle when they can show up for that at 7:30. So, and I think the BB officers were saying, the teacher officers were saying, Samuel's running was actually a very walking pace, like 45 minutes. So now it's like half it into 23, 24, 25 timing, which is quite fantastic because I have not seen that my own timing during my teenage time. So he's running faster than me already. So very, very big change. I can see the growth in him. And because I think the encouragement from the other officers, the teachers, it really boosts our own kids' confidence to actually go up on their own.
Yeah, actually one thing I wanted to add on was the idea of brotherhood. So in fact, I think the primers at the back, those who are wearing the dark shirt, would have agreed, right, that the reason why most of you guys stay for so many years is because of the brotherhood that is with each other behind, yes? Scam! Ernie! Ernie, make sure it's not for a girl, okay? Yeah, but myself, I continue in the Boys Brigade really because of the brotherhood. And one of the interesting facts is that actually some of my batchmates, so like one for example, so like say for example, my sergeant in CSM when I was a boy currently works in the Boys Brigade headquarters, and we actually serve quite a lot together during our brigade activities. So it's almost very regular that I'll see him even until today. So we have known each other for almost, now it's our 11th year of friendship. So it's 11 years of friendship, we are still seeing each other like almost every month. Like we never get bored with each other's nonsense. So this is the kind of fun that we have here in the Boys Brigade also. And this is something that I really treasure during my time serving in the BB. So I think the other one is also my mom. So so the question is back to you also. Now for you, what is something that was what's the wow factor for you?
Of course, seeing his leadership. Yeah, he's very different, and I actually learn from him, how he actually did it. Because in the working industry, right, you will have to give, take, and you still need to lead somehow. But for him, it's very different. He's very relaxed. Empowerment. He gave a lot of empowerment to the primers. Yeah, initially it was a little bit challenging, but I thought this was a very good opportunity for me to actually learn from these young people. Yeah, I learned how to work with the Gen Z. Their way is very different, but because they are growing up, you are actually working, in the workforce. You are also working with people like them. Yeah, so then you know how to actually engage them, how to actually bring the focus, and how do you communicate. Yeah, that is really very important, which I actually learned through him, through the primers, and of course seeing his leadership firsthand, have a lot of communications. Now we talk a lot. Last time was like no, that kind of languages only. If you want to ask him a little bit more, a little bit more, he will be like, really tired. After the whole day of all the events, so physical, he came home, he's like, 我要睡觉了，你不要吵我了。That kind. Yeah. But now with this opportunity, I actually get to talk a lot more. Sometimes he kind of like attend me, You know what he did? I was supposed to do some task. He actually gave me some task. And I asked, okay, who is the person in charge I can actually communicate, with and layers and work things together? 傻到我嘞，他不要跟我讲谁哎。I went around and asked one after another. At the end, the person in charge is my son Elijah. I was like, if you ought to tell me earlier, 我的工作完了。I passed my job to the primers了。But it took me like one whole day. At the end of the day, 我才知道我的儿子照顾我。Yeah. So that was like fun 啊。你会这样，you will grumble like, why my this son But start to talk to you, you support me then he start to laugh at me, then start to talk. So that was like somehow that kind of like icebreaker to build our not friendship. I mean relationships.
But yeah, it was really very fun to make fun of my own mouth. Yeah. So maybe I want to take this opportunity to open the open to the floor. So if any one of you guys, boys included, officers, even girls, if you all have any, to just share any questions that you would like to ask the panel over here. Feel free. You can ask anything. Yeah. So maybe I'll open the floor. Anyone? Yeah. Maybe can I get a primer to help me with this? So there's a mic. There are a few mics at the front. Can I get one of you guys? Maybe. Erning, you help me lah. So Erning, you help me to run around with the mic, okay? Okay. Raise your hand again. Who was it? Our Oppa. Let's go. Okay, maybe can I get you to, once your mic is ready, can I get you to maybe stand and introduce yourself? No one. Okay, then you can ask.
Like this.
Okay, got it. Alright, ask your question.
How is it like being a girl in Boys Brigade?
Very well respected. Yeah, the boys are very, gentlemen. Yeah. Don't you think so? Right, primers, you're very gentlemen, right? Yeah, actually it's quite. But I don't feel that, because of my age, I guess. Yeah, so they talk to me. I felt really, I am still feeling it that, they are very respectful. And I'm really like a mother to many of them. So initially I only have 2 sons, but now I have many sons. Yeah, so it's good.
Anyway, one wow factor. In my company, 50% of my primers are female. So I have more than 20, I think more than 20 female primers. So girls at the back, you all know which CCA if you all want to decide, got option when you all graduate, okay? Alright, anyone else has any other questions? Feel free to ask. This is the best time to ask. Maybe I'll ask a question also. Were there any regrets or anything that you guys had to sacrifice in order to come and to just be with your sons in BB?
Time is really limited for me. I try to marry things together. So I do a lot of volunteer work. The top right hand corner you see is my volunteer work with Park Run. So I sold the idea to the teacher officers about getting the boys brigades to actually join the Park Run. It's an international movement. It's not running in the park alone. There's just a lot of expatriate community doing this. So every Saturday, 5 km. So when I couldn't get my own son to do this with me, it's very draggy. I understand if I'm a teenager Saturday, 7 o'clock, 6:30 must get out already. Yeah, so it's very tough. But when I try to marry and get buy-in from the teacher officers, so sometimes it works. If you have any opportunities, I think if you can run by Captain Freddy and the teacher officers, whether skill sets or anything, can marry them together with the batch work, and that may be helpful for them also, because doing drills and all that stuff can be quite boring. Yeah.
I agree.
You're saying like, I think really because once you start working and you have to manage things, time is an issue. But I think it's prioritization now, because before you know it, your child is no longer a child, it's an adult already. Then the kind of time you can spend with them probably will get lesser and lesser, the opportunity. So if let's say have opportunity to like even come to the school to help, I take it as a priority for myself to be able to be with the family. Otherwise, I think some work, whatever you do, maybe 5 years later, 10 years later, people will forget, right? But the time you spend with your child, I guess it's more important. Like it will really be will pay a lot more in returns now in the future. Yeah.
I fully agree. Yeah, it's also time that I need to manage my time and to leave the my workplace earlier, because for them it's weekdays also. Yeah, so same thing. So, but usually I'm quite late because due to my work. But I will try to spend a little bit more time to have like supper with them. Yeah. So then also aside from time as well as your sleep, because by the time I reach home quite late already, old people sleep is very important, but I have to sacrifice my sleeping time to spend time with the young people and get to know them. Yeah. And I thought also good because with adults around, sometimes somehow talking to other adults is different as compared to talking to your own parents. Yeah, a lot of time I think they will rather not to tell me things, but my friends will know a lot more. They'll try to give me some insights or give me some hints and stuff like that, but not fully. They will still keep all the gist of it. They'll just say, I think you need to spend time with your son. That kind of thing. Yeah, but so then it kind of alerts me that okay, the time, or rather they will tell me, hey, my son is very happy with you around helping with certain things. So these are little things, but the main gist, they kept it very secretly. They really keep it and don't let me know what it's all about. Yeah, so I thought that was really fantastic.
Disclaimer, like Peter, call your parade will never end at 10 p.m. Okay, this one is my company kind of thing. So because we do tertiary, right? Tertiary students don't like to go home. Yes, so how correct or not? Earning also, right? Don't like to go home. So usually for IT, my parade ends at 10 p.m. So it doesn't happen at 93rd. So this is my guarantee. I think Sir Freddy will guarantee this as well. None of you guys will go home at 10 p.m. at all. It's just me and my mom. Yeah. So maybe is there any other questions from the floor? Behind have, is it? Yeah, there. Primers, you have? Parents, you have any questions? Feel free to ask. No worries. Or siblings, if you have any questions. Okay, maybe to close the session, maybe let's share a little encouragement to the rest of the guests, rest of the boys, as well as the parents here. So maybe share a bit on some encouragements. Do you ever regret coming to BB? If not, why? Do you think we should? Do you think as parents we should be involved in the brigade?
I think the correct answer is we won't say we regret, right? It's very funny, but I do agree with what Kelvin mentioned, because he mentioned something like, I think the key thing is like, and also what Joyce said, it's like when we are here, do we impose a certain discomfort to our kids, right? Because the parents is here, it's like this is my space where I'm with my friends. Now, another eyes looking at me. This is something I also thought about, but I mean I'm grateful to my son Wonder. He's very mature about it, and he will also share things with me. So and then I just felt that definitely it's a privilege, I feel, that to be inside the life of your child at this age, where sometimes it can be very uncomfortable. But if they even allow that to happen, right, I think you should really grab the opportunity, in my opinion. Yep.
Just to confirm something, I think Sean and I don't wear uniform. They are the confirmed officers and stuff. So I think is don't even think about going through all the programs. If you have the ability to serve and you have the time, just see whether the opportunity meets the needs of the company. Just help whenever you are comfortable. I mean, last night the boys were making sandwiches for the boys until 1 a.m. I saw the messages like 1 a.m. still making sandwiches. I'm like, my goodness. So it's fantastic. If you can help in small, simple ways, right? I think God takes delight in that. I think also it extends everything. So it's not like that's the beauty about the spirit of volunteerism. Serve whenever you can. There are other people to pick up the pieces when you can't serve. So during that time, limited time you have, just do what you can, and yeah, everything's good.
No regrets. I really thank God for the opportunities. Know that Boys Brigade opened this door for parents like us to have time to be with your child, as well as to really see your child. Actually, your child sparks, especially when you're not around. But with this opportunity, you actually get to see them. I tell you, I was really when I saw him, on the first time when I saw him with all the things and how he led the team and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really a very great opportunity that if you are able to just come even you don't so-called commit yourself for regular, just a pop in. I think that is really good and sufficient. And to actually know what is it all about, I think this is really very important. And you feel secure, you feel that that's how it actually start coming in. Yeah, whether you want to continue to come in like regularly, like every week, or just once a while and stuff like that. Yeah, just start small. Small steps actually does help. But most importantly is grateful for that we have this opportunity to be with our youth.
Yeah, thank you. So I would like to encourage parents as well that this is not a recruitment drive, by the way. We're not recruiting parents and we are going to join this. But the idea is to share this new perspective of the BB CCA. That I think usually when we talk about a uniform group, it's always a bunch of boys doing push-ups or not doing drills. For us, you would then have the perspective of, our boys are like running 16 click early in the morning, right? But the interesting part of the Boys Brigade is this, that we are not just a CCA for youth, but we are also a community that encourages and brings in the family, brings the community around the boys, as well as the alumni that have gone through the doors of the company. That is the reason why I think if you are looking around, you will realize that we have friends who are not from the Boys Brigade that is here present as well. That's the beauty of the Boys Brigade. People from everywhere come together to have fun and learn and grow together. So inclusive of parents as well, I believe that you guys play a very huge role in the growth of your sons. And my encouragement to you guys is that, even as your sons grow, in this age, it's going to be really, really very fast. And in the blink of an eye, they are going to do their O's and N levels, or whatever the version is called at the current moment, right? My encouragement to you guys is just to witness what your son is going through, witness the growth of your son, and at the same time, enjoy the community that is here. Yeah, that's the beauty of the Boys Brigade, and I think that's something that I really wanted to encourage all the parents here, as well as the boys, primers, guests and girls here as well. Alright, so I'd like to thank the parents. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing. Before you guys go, we have a little something for you guys. So we would like to appreciate your time, we appreciate the sacrifices that you have made. So the company has prepared some appreciation gifts, so here you guys go. Yeah, so maybe we take one more photo before we go. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, such an honor to have our parents here, as well as you guys. Each and every one of our parents who is seated here, you guys play such a big role in the growth of the company and the expansion of this CCA. So without further ado, I'd like to pass the time back to the Primers and the boys. With that, thank you, and hope to see you guys more in brigade activities.